If you're an admin and want to impress your boss today, you need to know who Codie Sanchez is and what she's building with BizScout. If you don't already know who she is or what BizScout is, don't worry, we're going to get into it and listen all the way to the end to learn why all of this information matters not only to your boss, but also for your own life too. Codie Sanchez is a powerhouse woman leader who, in recent years, really started going viral on social media. What many people don't know about her is that she actually started her career as a journalist at the Mexico border. And because of what she witnessed there, she first recognized how much money is needed to have real power to change the world. So she decided to transition from journalism into finance. And then Codie worked for some of the largest financial companies, including Vanguard and Goldman Sachs. Then she eventually left corporate altogether to start Contrarian Thinking, which is basically a media company that teaches people how to think critically and make money through ownership of what she calls boring businesses. An example of a boring business might be a laundromat or a mechanic shop, basically something that's not viewed as usually fun or sexy to own or work at. Now, she's just invested millions of dollars to help launch this new BizScout platform during this past week, which is September 9th, 2024, for those who might be listening later on. And think of what Zillow does with houses, because BizScout is essentially the same thing, but for businesses. In Codie's own words, she describes it as a beautiful one-stop shop for buyers, sellers, brokers, and vendors to access a wide marketplace of on and off market deals, useful tools, a phenomenal user experience, and most actionable data. Something I've heard Codie often talk about is there are oftentimes people who get older and want to sell their business but don't know anyone in their life who actually wants it. Like they don't have any family members or friends or anyone at their own company that wants it, so they end up having to shut down, which means people lose their jobs. But BizScout is trying to help those business owners find potential buyers much easier. And on the flip side, someone like me who wants to eventually buy a business one day has a much easier time finding potential businesses, since I don't know personally where you'd find sellers, and no other platform does what BizScout is doing. I can scroll Zillow for hours, which I don't let myself do often anymore. And I just actually had the same addictive experience happen with BizScout. I mean, I just love seeing what businesses are on sale because, like I mentioned before, it's my goal to eventually buy a business one day. So I don't need to start from scratch like I'm doing right now with more than an admin. It's just super cool to see everything listed and at what prices and why people are trying to sell their businesses. I'm very inspired and also just very encouraged that empowered that I can actually do that one day. You're going to impress your boss and your entire leadership team if you bring up BizScout during a meeting or send a quick note over chat or email, especially if you're working in finance, tech, or for any solo entrepreneur. Here is why. First, it's a new platform, and we all know our leaders want to be in the know of everything new that's happening that could impact them personally or professionally. Second, many of our leaders are business owners themselves or aspiring business owners, so you might be helping them on their first business or acquiring more businesses. Third, you never know if your boss ever wants to sell their business one day, and they can actually use this platform to do so. Fourth, if you're working for a business looking to expand, you might want to browse the reasons for why some people are selling their business in certain areas and share with your boss any patterns that you're finding. I'd say this is especially important for admins supporting small business owners or entrepreneurs because you probably have more access to know about a potential expansion plan or, again, potentially that they want to sell the business. Fifth, your boss and leadership team are going to be simply impressed that you're even bringing up this kind of news with them. Some of them probably don't even know about it yet because it's so new, but if they do, I bet that they'll still be impressed that their admin not only knows about it, but also would even think to share it with them. Remember, we want to be respected and viewed like we're part of the leadership team. So in order to do that, we must position ourselves beyond the scheduler or note taker. Bringing this type of information to them is going to help you better position yourself. You should already be following the best thought leaders and influencers in your industry to learn trends, big announcements, and new launches happening because this is a unique value add that you can have and provide to those who you support. Now, switching gears a little bit, what I love about Codie's general mission is she's essentially trying to help the average person make more money and make business ownership more accessible. So it's not just about making rich people richer, but making people like many of us be able to generate wealth like the people we support do. I wrote a LinkedIn post about this, but my belief is that many admins think way too small about wealth generation and need to start watching more content like Codie's. Because even if you don't want to own your own business or be a millionaire, the knowledge of money making and having a good relationship with money is so important on many different levels. The reality is that if you work for someone, you're at the mercy of them in terms of a salary and employment. We each should understand all different options of making money, whether that's through active or passive income beyond our salary. My hope is that through the More Than an Admin movement, we'll come together as a community to discuss more financial topics, and I'll be able to partner with different experts who know way more than me about finance, because I really, 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 really want to see more admins become financially free and financially literate so that we can pass along this generational wealth and knowledge to the next generation to make it easier than we ever had. So I'm praying that God is going to make this happen for our More Than an Admin community, and that you will use what I shared today about Codie Sanchez and BizScout to not only impress the people that you work with, but also to better your own financial literacy. And if you enjoyed this episode, continue to stay locked in and share it with others. The best thing you can do right now to support the More Than an Admin movement is subscribe and review the podcast, especially on YouTube, because once we hit 1,000 subscribers, this channel can get monetized. And why does that matter to you? Because my goal is that if I make enough money through YouTube, which is essentially free for you, because you all have to do is press subscribe. It takes 1 second, literally. Then I can keep our community membership free and be able to continue to offer only low cost offerings. But this is totally up to all of you. So please subscribe and share. Thank you always. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the More Than an Admin podcast. Make sure you have subscribed, and if you're feeling a little generous, please also leave a review because we love your feedback. And remember to share this podcast with those around you. If you're looking for more content, check out morethananadmin.com, our YouTube channel, or follow us at More Than an Admin on all platforms. If you're looking to connect directly with me, you can find me at Mallory is More on all platforms or search for me on LinkedIn. Let's continue together to influence how the world views administrative professionals and help admins embrace all aspects of their identity to become their best selves. Remember, you are more than your job title, and the best is still yet to come. I'll talk with you soon.